Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Makatatiatic Day 11. Today, we're going to be going over the upper body. We're going to focus on the shoulders, the necks, as well as the traps, the trapezoids. So Attitu, Atelihai, Tungasugi, Tungahugi. Welcome, everyone. My name is Makwa Baskin. I am the Makatatiatic coordinator. So I've got a little janky setup here. I'm speaking into my phone, but I got a webcam up, so it might be a little bit choppy. So today we're going to get into the warm-up, the workout, and the cool-down. So jumping into this, again, thank you, Canadian Heritage Sport Canada, for funding this project, and the TIA staff joining me today. We have Paige and Brian, so say hello to them, yeah. And we're going to be working out together. So, here, just going to put myself up. So, the first warm-up that we're going to be doing is the bent arm shoulder rolls. So, because we're trying to open up these shoulders here, we're going to be bringing our shoulders back, doing some rotations, keeping our arms bent. So again, all about the shoulders is really trying to rotate the cuffs. So again, got my bent to the side like so. Taking my shoulders, and I'm just going to be rolling them back. We're going to do this 15 times. And then we're going to switch directions. Switching directions, so coming forward, just like a choo-choo train. That's a bad analogy. So just coming through. As I'm doing it, I like to kind of drop my shoulders as I'm coming around, just to get them used to that shrugging motion. But again, really up to you. We're just trying to rotate the cuffs out. So that was our first exercise. The second that we're going to do is the cross chest shoulder roll. So we're going to be coming across the chest, rotating in and outward. So again, we're going to do 15 times in, 50 times out, switch sides, 15 times in, 15 times out. So just like so, I like to stabilize my chest just to make it easier. Bring my arm around, and again, just stabilizing the chest. And again, all about that rotation. So you will get the urge to bend your arms slightly as you're doing this rotation. I would try not to, but if that's more comfortable, then of course you can do what you like. So maybe it's best if I just get this close to the mic. There we go. So again, just 15 times in. So now I'm switching sides. 15 in, 15 out. Perfect. Now I'm going to be switching sides. So coming in, just like so. Now switching sides, or switching direction, sorry. So there we go. So now we've really got our shoulders and the rotator cuff really used to all directions. And just to reinforce that, we're going to be doing some cross scissor pulses with our arms. So again, you could do all these standing and seated. Just for the camera, I'm going to try to stay down here, as well as the mic. So for this, we're going to start with our arms crossed, and we're just going to come up and come back down. And as you're coming up and down, you want to try to scissor your arms back and forth like you're doing the floss. And we're just coming up, coming down, just like so. And so again, we're going to do this about 15 times, making sure that we even it out. I'm not quite sure what I'm on. I'm going to call it 12, 14, and 15. So just like so, really trying to open up those shoulders. So now we're going to do some flies. This is traditionally a workout, but if you don't have weight, it really is just a good stretch to really open up the shoulders as well as the neck and the traps. But if you do have weight or even resistance bands that are hooked onto the floor of some type, you can really bang out those shoulders. So again, we'll be coming up, down, to the sides, or to the sides, to the front, and down, and that'll count as one. So now let's start to do some fun workouts. Such big calories, everyone can see what we're all doing. So, and that's not because I forgot. That's all part of the game. So, again, standing or on your knees, sitting, etc. Come out to the sides, come out to the front, and that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you get the idea. So, again, just really trying to open them out. Again, you can go slow. You can add in some holding movement. You can add some weight, some resistance bands. Again, you could hook the resistance band around your side, and you could do some of those. Really, the options are up to you. So now we've opened it up. I feel pretty good about that one. And now we are going to get into some final stretching just to really ensure that we don't pull anything. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to reach above our head. For me, I like to turn my wrists in and outwards while doing this, just to get some wrist movement. And again, feel free to change directions, rotate them, do what you will. You can even lean back, try to get some more of a stretch. But again, we're really just trying to push our shoulders up. So if you could imagine getting your shoulders above your ears, above your head, just really trying to reach. And so just holding this for 30 seconds. And just like that. So you should feel some type of burn just by keeping your arms above your head. And the next thing we're going to do is we're actually just going to do a shoulder shrug. So we're going to try to bring our shoulders to our ears, trying to keep the neck straight, trying to keep our shoulders clenched, like our shoulder blades clenched behind our back. Again, trying to do a perfect shrug. Holding this for 30 seconds. Kind of feeling like the hunchback, but just really trying to get that neck tensed. And then after 30 seconds, of course, we are just going to release it. So just like so, feel free to stretch the neck out one way or the other, forward and back. It's always good to really try to get some movement there. And so with that, we're going to get into our shoulder traps and partly neck workout. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some shrugs with a back and forward rotation. So I'll show you what that looks like. For me, I'm sitting just like so, bringing it up, bringing it back, bringing it forward, and that's 1. And so we're going to do that 20 times, forward and back, and keep doing that movement. So pulling them up, bringing them back, pulling them up, bringing them forward, bringing them up, bringing them back, bringing them up, bringing them forward. So it's a very pulsy or very forceful movement. It almost looks like your shoulder popping. but we're not at the club. All right, this is very serious Makita business. So again, just doing this 20 times. So, and now it's not 20 times each movement, it's 20 times each 3. So again, if you want to make this harder, you can add in some weights, etc. So I'm going to be doing this 3 more times. 2. That's 3. So again, really just trying to push out those shoulders. Now we're going to be doing some shrugs with some clapping above the head. So this really pulls the shoulders in as well as the traps and forces our shoulders to do that fly movement. So if you have weights, I would recommend some lighter weights, just as we're going to be coming up and clapping together. It is going to throw your center of balance off, so it might seem heavier than it is. Sitting like so, you shrug, come up, and clap just like so. And again, we're just doing this 20 times, but it's important to really hold that shrug as you're going. You can let it drop as well if you want to get that full movement in. As you come back down, just like so. It does look a little strange, but so does all workouts, if we're being honest. That clap is really loud, I'm sorry. I'll try to keep those down. So again, just doing it 20 times. You'll definitely feel it in your neck, in your traps, as you're going through. And just doing this 3 more times. There you go. Yeah, the shoulders and traps. It's so ridiculous. So now that we're done the claps above the head, we are going to work on our shoulder blades as well as the upper back muscle that supports and surrounds the shoulder blades. So essentially, we're going to keep our arms straight, and we're just going to pull back, again, keeping our shoulders together, pulling them back, really trying to push and clench together our shoulder blades. So if you're seeing this, this might look like not a lat pull down, but a lat pull. So pulling in, if you see at the gym, you see people pulling in that metal rod, lifting the weights, exactly what this is. So you can have your hands together. The idea is to really pull it in this way. So we're really making that triangle as we're pulling them in and really trying to get our shoulder blades together. So just like so, bringing them in, clenching the shoulder blades together and pulling them out. So you can imagine that you're maybe breaking a stick as you're coming in, maybe breaking the wishbone, you know, but really we're trying to clench in those shoulder blades. And again, you feel it, you'll feel it in the chest as you push your chest out. Again, if it feels like it's too easy, you can punch forward and really throw your chest out. That really deepens the workout. So again, just doing this 20 times. If you're on your knees and you want to add in some lower back, you could come lower as coming out and pull back in, coming lower and pulling it back in, just like so. So again, doing it 20 times. I always say I'm going to do 3 more after I'm done my little spiels. Just I feel like I'm really knocking out that workout. So just like so. And again, if you have weights, keeping the weights up or a resistance band, pulling yourself together, just like so. So so now we're going to do some elbow behinds, and this workout really is just like the same thing, except we're going to be coming up parallel to our shoulders and coming behind as if we're like, you know, not trying to hurt somebody behind us. But again, we're just trying to really reach behind, try to get the elbow parallel with our shoulder blade. So just pulling like so. And again, you want to keep the chest stable, pull behind. And again, you're not letting the chest come forward. You're not letting the chest help you reach back. This is all a shoulder movement. So again, just like so, we're going to do 10 on each side. If you want as well to get some wrist action, you can punch out, open, punch out, open, punch out, just like so. There you go. Knock my phone out. All right. Now I'm going to be switching sides. So again, punch out, bring back, punch out, bring back, punch out. Sorry, switch hands there. Pull back, punch out, and pull back. So, you can really get some forearm movement in there. And you can also see how these movements can be used if you need them in your day-to-day life. So, just like so. Again, that pullback, clenching the shoulder blades. Now, we're going to get into some triangle shoulder raises. So, if you've seen, maybe in the gym or online somewhere with the shoulder bars, lifting that bar above our head, stabilizing. But in this instance, we're going to push up and bring that triangle together just like so. But we are really trying to get that full movement. So if you can, try to get your elbows to the sides of your ribs and then come out just like so and up like that. So you can imagine you're putting a triangle above your head, Rockefeller Records or the Illuminati, maybe both. So just coming up just like so. And again, really doing this. I didn't tell us how many times we're going to do this, so let me just 20 times. So I would recommend this 20 times. Again, you can always do it more. You could do it less, break it into sets. But again, really just trying to do this exercise. If you find it's too easy, you can, of course, pick up something that's weighted, something with a resistance band. Or otherwise, you could just go faster with some holding movements, however you want to do it. So now, for this one, we're going to be getting onto our palms, and we're going to be doing some pikes. So the pikes is essentially going from a table position, sticking your glutes in the air, and coming back down. And again, it really focuses on the shoulders, being able to lift ourselves up. But before we get into that, I think it's important that we stretch out our wrists a little bit, just as I know that we haven't been doing them for this workout specifically. So one of the things that I recommend is, again, pull the wrist down, just like so. You can also then pull it up, bring it over to the side, the other side. Again, really about finding where it's uncomfortable in your wrist and working around that, trying to make it comfortable again. So, be mindful of any pulling, be mindful of any pain. So, just like so. Another great one is, of course, we could do reverse prayer hands, and I'll be doing that now, just to give myself that extra strength. But it works both ways. You could do reverse prayer hands like so, or like so, both of which work excellent on pulling down the wrist. So, yeah, just like so. I try to lower my chest down just a little bit, just to really put that pressure on my wrist as they come down, just like so. Pushing them out. Again, just bringing them down, forcing them down. But you want to make sure that you're gentle and you're really cautious with our joints. Okay, so now that we've kind of got them going out, in between, I'm just going to be rotating my wrist in and out. Just as I'm talking, I recommend we do that together as well. And just to make sure we're hitting all of our bases. So now looking at the pike, I will just quickly turn my camera down. Yeah, here's that obsidian tacky table that's just in the middle of everything. And now we're going to get into these pikes. So a pike is pretty good, pretty simple as well. Coming into position. And again, using our shoulders, bring us back into our back position. So as you can see, bring our shoulders up. If you want to make this harder, of course, you can try to put yourself into that downward dog position. But again, really just coming from that position, a stable plank position, and pushing the floor, trying to get our shoulders to our head. So again, just like so. To make this harder, you can, of course, do plank push-ups or plank ups. What? Or just like so, elevated push-ups. But otherwise, position and hiking up, back down, hiking up. So I have it written down times, but of course, if you feel it, any pain, any discomfort while you're doing it, you can stop it in a minute. And so, just like that, whew, I'm going through the 10 pike ups. So now again, you want to make them more difficult, of course, you can add those push-ups in. So you're doing the pike like normal, but doing a push-up as you come back down, lifting yourself up. Whew. So after that, you're going to just quickly do some final shrugs. This kind of works as a cool down, but also as a workout. So again, we're just going to be sitting, just lifting our shoulders, just like so, shrugging them up. For our ears, you can manipulate it in ways by moving your arms. Again, with the rotators, putting them behind your back, out front, together, open. Again, just to get some variance into how you're shrugging. So, and with that, we really open up those shoulders. And again, you could do those at your discretion. They're not too intense. Now we're going to do an ear to shoulder stretch. So as a part of the cool down, just bringing the ear to the shoulder as close as you can. Again, you can obviously use some pressure if you want to really get that stretch in through the neck. I'm just going to do 30 seconds on each side. It's not going to work. So just like so. Then bring it over to the other side again, ear to shoulder. So we're stretching. I really want that water, by the way, like really bad. I'm fighting the urge to just. So yeah, just pull it down 30 seconds on each side. Nice. It's already sweaty. And again, the thing. So, so this is what I like to call the high school student. So we're just going to be bringing our shoulder up. Again, you can kind of curl it in, and we're just going to rest, allowing our shoulder to keep our head up, just like we're asleep at the desk. You know, it's a bad day in algebra. Nobody wants to be there, and you're gone. All right? Ms. Fernandez is going on about A equals, and you're done. You know what I mean? Like, you should be in applied math, but for some reason they make you do it. Anyways, so again, just resting the head on the shoulder. If you want, you can add some pressure as well, but really just trying to have your shoulder stabilize and lift your head. So again, pretending you're on a desk or on a table, whatever helps you. Again, get into this position and stabilize it, just like so. So now we are going to get into, I think it's called crocodile pose, but it looks so similar to Sphinx pose, so they don't really see the difference. But regardless, we're going to get down just like so. And we're really just going to try to clench our shoulder blades back. So, yeah, it's not just the chest movements, we're trying to clench the shoulder blades together as if we were going to do maybe a military push-up. But again, you can go like that. If you do want a great shoulder and half chest exercise, you can clench your shoulder blades like so, getting into this position, and you can do some push-ups as well. Again, a really great assisted workout that really focuses on the shoulders. So, again, if you want to make the stretch more difficult, you can come up halfway, clenching the shoulder blades. And you can really start to feel that mid-back, the shoulder stretch. And again, just doing this for 30 seconds, like always. Just like so. I landed a little hard there and almost knocked it over. So, now we're going to get into some very generic shoulder stretches. So, of course, bringing the arm extended across your shoulder. So for me, my right arm extended across my left chest, my left pec, and pulling in. Again, it is important to try to keep it parallel with your shoulder so that you really feel that stretch within the shoulder, within the cuff as well. You can even keep your arm completely straight, add a little bit of resistance to it, pushing against the other arm to really try to get that shoulder stretched out. So again, like normal, 30 seconds each side, switching over. And as you switch, maybe clench your shoulders together as you're coming through, making that sort of X, and just pulling the shoulders across. Now, the other variant for this, of course, would be to go the opposite way behind your back. Of course, not pulling the shoulder in, because that's impossible, I think. But again, simply just bringing the shoulders behind the back, like so. Trying to stretch those shoulders out, trying to clench your shoulder blades. And again, if you can even grip your hands together, like so, pulling the shoulder blade back, just like so. And again, we'll do 30 seconds. I try to keep my arms straight during this time. So you also feel that in your triceps throughout. Okay, so now we are going to do a pretty simple one as our last one. Well, none of them are really simple. I mean, that's fine. So this one, we're just going to get into the shoulder plank. So the shoulder plank is bringing our arms together. And now we're just going to try to rest. So instead of clenching the shoulder blades together, we're really trying to force them open, trying to really force a hunch in our back. But this is a good hunch. The Sherlock Holmes punch. So again, into the plank, really trying to force our shoulders to lift us off of the floor. If that makes sense. So instead of resting, we're pushing up the shoulder blades, holding this position. So again, this is in part a workout, but also a cool down, ensuring that we're spreading the muscle mass evenly over our shoulders and our traps and our back. And again, just for 30 seconds, like so. So after that, you really feel also tired. Now, you could also do that exercise like on your knees. Again, it's really just about opening up, hunching, flexing the triceps, trapezoids. your shoulders and everything. So that's the end of the cool down. Another great one, just to throw out there, again, of course, is the child's pose, and really try to open up their shoulders. So coming down, like so, reaching forward, and again, trying to round our shoulders. So just another one for those of you interested. I really feel like you need to stretch out more. So just like so. And again, always rounding or always clenching the shoulders. Okay. And there we go. So that was the trapezoid and shoulder workout. I hope that was at least pretty straightforward, if not easy. I know that I'm already definitely feeling it. See that everything is pretty flexed and hot in my shoulders. So again, thank you all for joining today's session. It's a really productive session for me. Yeah, I mean, I really hope that going forward, everybody has a great Monday, great week. Thank you, Paige and Brian, for joining me today. And I look forward to working out Wednesday when we do some core and some stabilizers and our lower back. So thank you, everyone, as I crawl to my Zoom. And take care. So see everybody later. Team of Glitch.